Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the championship game of the 31st Annual Dayspring Volleyball Classic on the one and only Eagles Sports Network. And we should have a good one today, Caleb. Today's matchup will feature the Heritage Christian High School out of Dyer, Indiana, the Defenders versus Badger State Baptist School out of Oak Creek, Wisconsin, the Badgers. Caleb, currently Heritage went 8-2 in pool play, and they have steamrolled through the competition thus far to get to the final round. In Badger State, I believe, was a perfect 10-0 yesterday, and obviously hasn't lost yet as they find themselves into the finals. So it should be an exciting match today.
Yeah, absolutely, John. We've gotten the opportunity to call the last 2 years of championship volleyball, and they have not been very close games. So we are looking to change that right now, right here. And I think that we have a good match before us. You have a good team in Badger State who has, like you mentioned, has not lost yet. On the other side, you have a hard-hitting, tall team in Heritage. They're not very deep, but they play well together. They've shown no signs of fatigue, and I think it's going to be a fantastic match, John.
Yeah, it should be good. Worth noting, Heritage did win in 2022, so they are looking for the repeat there, and they did win again in 2020. So they are used to being in this game, and again, we are hoping for a good match. I really, to be honest, I haven't seen much of Badger State as they were in the Great Lakes Conference, and we called a lot of the Eagles game, which are in the Midwest. So I haven't seen them a lot. I saw them in their late night game versus Saline. Obviously, no one's been able to even steal a game from that thus far.
Yeah, I haven't seen them a ton either. They're what we like to call sneaky good. They play really good as a team, and they're a team that you can underestimate very easily. This is their first year ever coming to the Dayspring Volleyball Classic, and they're looking to make a statement with first place in their first year.
Yeah, we'll play best of 3. First 2 games to 25. If needed, a game 3, I believe, still goes to 15.
Yeah, I believe you're right on that format, John. Both of these teams have looked really, really good all tournament long. Heritage has only lost 1 game, correct?
They lost 2 on Friday. And I believe they won everything so far. Okay. So they dropped 1 to Quentin Road and dropped 1 to Arthur, who they handled pretty well in the semi game. Got off to a hot start and firing on all cylinders. I know Heritage does have a lot of firepower. They got some heavy hitters. Probably they're led by their junior number 2, Sydney Lenting. I know we called her name a lot throughout the tournament.
Yeah, it should be good. Finalizing the starting lineups here. We also have 4 referees here for the game today, 2 line judges, a head official, and I don't know what you call the other one, but we got 4 of them, and this game will be officiated correctly, which is always good.
Yeah, so hopefully no missed calls.
Yeah, right. We'll hold them to it.
So we pay them for the day, so got to put them to use.
Good tip right there. Heritage is in business. That was number 11, Taylor Dykstra, the senior. John, Heritage definitely has a play style that they're known for. It's a play style that is flashy, offensive-minded, a lot of big highlight kills, and this year is no different. They've looked really, really strong so far.
Yeah, they're usually a taller, bigger team. Athletic, so they're usually a very offensive-minded team, as you mentioned. Sometimes that can make you more prone to mistakes, so we'll see how Badger State can handle that. But nice cross-court kill. I believe that was from, she didn't catch who that was.
It looks like number 4, Ella, the sophomore, but I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me. Nice play by the line judge, maneuvering out of the way of the ball and still making the correct call. So well done by her there. Heritage, fun fact, has won the tournament 4 times. This is the 31st annual, if I'm not mistaken. The 31st annual Dayspring Volleyball Classic, and they have won 4 times, so looking for their 5th ring.
Yeah, the Defenders going to their bench right now, bringing in number 18. Tied up 2 here early in the championship game.
My goodness. There she is, number 2, Sydney Lenting, probably the front runner for MVP at this point. with the lefty kill. That was fast, John.
Yeah, she kills it good. It'll be interesting to see how the Badgers respond. If they'll send a couple blockers, or if they'll, how they're going to attack her exactly. So it's still early.
It's a nice outside set there by Badger State. Couldn't take advantage.
Yeah, and I don't think either of these teams would have played yesterday. So this is the first matchup for both of them.
That always makes it fun. You know, the coaches have been scouting out the other teams, taking notes and trying to find out what weaknesses to exploit. We'll see how both teams go about it. Some miscue there by Heritage into the net. Makes the score 4-3 in favor of Heritage.
Number 12 to serve, the senior. See if she can take the trophy home on her last tournament here.
That's a good serve, too. It's an ace. John, what is the exact rule on an ace? Does it have to only touch one player?
It's a good question, which I wish I knew the answer to.
Worth looking into
if I was more knowledgeable,
actually. If you're watching at home and you know the correct definition of an ace, please let us know in the comments.
Just over the top of the net there. Yeah, we don't actually know what we're talking about. We just try to make it believe like we do. But
say things confidently
my gut tells me that I feel like, does no one have to touch it? Like, does it have to actually hit the floor?
I feel like if only one player makes contact with it, or zero, it's considered an ace, but I wouldn't hedge my bet on that.
Yeah, well, we'll roll with it.
We'll have our production manager, Grant Murray. He's a big reason why this tournament has been able to be live streamed. Anytime it's gone down, he's been the one to fix it. Maybe he could fact check that for us.
We're calling that an ace. I mean, what more do you want? Nice serve there by number 3, the junior, for the defenders. Up 6-5 early, and we talked about it all tournament long. Tons of parity. It seems like even the top 6 teams or so could have been in this game.
Yeah, there wasn't really any blowouts for the most part. I will say Arthur did handle Faith pretty easily in that third place game, but outside of that, we've had a lot of close games in the semifinals, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
Yeah, it's been super close, and even some of these semi games have been competitive. Even a lot of the quarterfinal games, just to get to the semifinals, have been super close. Serves a little wide there. And yeah, nothing different here. 7-6 early. Both teams are playing to their styles, to their strengths.
So, John, we did get someone in the comments that is Linda Russ, the coach of the Dayspring volleyball team, and also our production manager, came in clutch. A ace is considered a serve in which the ball either hits the floor or it ricochets off of one person where it is impossible for it to hit a second player. So my gut was correct for once.
There you go.
Meanwhile,
a little bit long there.
Meanwhile, Badger State hits it out, puts Heritage up 8-6, but that is good to know.
Number 2, the lefty senior to serve for the defenders. Yeah, we probably should have figured that out before the final game, but that's okay.
Good effort there.
Number 20 in for Badger State. Kylie Hernandez, just a freshman.
Good hustle there by Katie Schmidt, the freshman for Badger State. It's a good serve.
Yeah, she's definitely got a complete game.
Miscommunication by Heritage there. We talked about unforced errors a little bit in the Quinton Road Heritage game that we called, and that's one of the reasons that they did lose one of the 2 games they've lost this tournament.
Yeah, they've looked impressive. They looked good on Friday, Heritage as well, but Saturday they've just been playing at a different level. They knocked off Saline as that kills a little bit short there, 9-8. Still up 1, the defenders are. They absolutely handled Saline pretty well in the quarterfinal match, and that was a 9-1 team coming into today, and then knocked off Arthur as well, which was another 9-1 team out of the Midwestern Conference. So they've been playing their best volleyball all tournament.
Yeah, it wasn't a cakewalk road to get here. They were the 3 seed in the Midwestern Conference, like we mentioned, dropping 2 games yesterday, but they have earned their way here, knocking off some really good teams like you just mentioned, and they're looking strong, up 10-8.
Number 10, Cameron Zancher, the junior, to serve.
Just a little long. One of the 2 seniors from Heritage. They only have 2.
Yeah, that's never good if you're a fan of anybody else but Heritage.
Same with Arthur, too. I noticed that. I don't think they had 1 senior on their team.
Yeah, looks like Badger State has 2. So they're looking for another competitive game, or another competitive year. Number 1 to serve, up 2.
Yeah, it's not an easy tournament to win. 16 teams coming in, pool play on Friday, followed by 4 consecutive match wins necessary to take this tournament. Also, John, we have a double shoe tie going on from Badger State right now. Oh my goodness. Flips to the other side.
Double shoe tie, both shoes.
We could get our cameraman on that quickly. This is, we're seeing on the right side, if you got it, might be a little too late. No problem at all, but we had a double shoe tie going on from Badger State. Safety first.
It's like an extra timeout.
Hey, what are they going to say, no? Heritage is covering really well so far on the tips by Badger State.
Yeah, right now up 4 early. As we said, they're usually the more aggressive team. The slight edge over Badger State. And Badger State, again, just a super solid team. Maybe not as many flashy plays, but they just don't really make many mistakes, play solid volleyball, and always end up winning, clearly, as they're the only undefeated team thus far.
Yeah, I've been really impressed by their libero. Number 5, Jamie Palmer, the senior. Always in the right spot, it seems like. Good dig there. Nice tip.
Yeah, scrappy though. Badgers keep it alive.
I think we got a good match here. Really close,
nice
long
kill.
volleys, and a good kill there. That was number 12 from Badger State, Haley Mills, the senior. They needed it.
Substitution, number 9 in for number 20. Candace Sanders, check in for the front line for the Badgers. I'm telling you, Caleb, both teams right now just playing at a high level on both sides.
Yeah, these volleys have been a lot of fun to watch.
I think they'll get her for the double.
It's always interesting to see how refs will call double hits. Everyone's going to call it a little bit differently.
Yeah, they've been pretty lenient in the tournament. They usually let a lot go on the high school level, but that one he deemed a little too much. Lead is down to 2.
That was really close, just a little bit out. Nice hit across her body.
Yeah, right idea. Tries to go down the line. Just wide. Badger State within 1 now.
Yeah, we got a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. It's a good set. Man, Badger State, if I'm not mistaken, that might be 4 in a row or so.
Yeah, they're on a run. Like we said, it's hard. They're not necessarily going to overwhelm you. They just do everything right. They cover well. They rotate well. They usually serve well.
Yeah, the announcer's jinx has been very real this weekend.
Looks like number 5 for the defenders. Junior.
In a best-of-3 match like this, game 1 is very, very important. You will, most of the time, I feel like, see whoever wins game 1 end up taking the match, and it is very close. So we'll see who pulls away here. Good set. A little long by Badger State. Heritage back to a 3-point lead.
Yeah, a little strong there by Haley Mills, the senior. Defenders on a quick little 3-0 run.
don't know if number 9 for Badger State is a lefty or not, but that was a nice tip. Oh, it looks like she is. More miscommunication by Heritage.
Number 11 in for the Badgers. Number 5 will take a break. Katie Schmidt, the freshman in. Number 4 to serve.
Nice free ball sent over by Heritage, keeping it deep. And the kill, that's number 9, Candace Sanders, the junior. There's something about it, John. When it's a good lefty hitter, I think it just throws people off.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I assume, most players are righty, so you're probably used to it coming from a different angle. So something you definitely got to be on the same page with your team.
Heritage has a lefty of their own in Sydney Lenting. We haven't seen much of her so far this game. We'll see if that changes with her in the front row. Tight set. Good play by her, though, to save it. Wasn't the best set you'll ever see, but Sydney Lenting says no problem. Tips it right through the double
Badgers
blockers.
send 2. They were in the right spot. Set was a little close, like you said. Forced kind of an awkward tip that just squeezed right through him.
It's a good serve by Heritage. I definitely think if you're Badger State, sending 2 blockers is the way to go. Can't let Sydney Lenting go up to the net with only 1 blocker. It's not going to end well for you.
Yeah, it's close.
And that's a timeout by Badger State. They're first. They're down by 3. John, what have you seen so far from Badger State, and how do you think they can get back into this game?
They're right in it. They're right in it. Not a lot they have to do to get back in it. Only a 3-point game. I think it's 2 super evenly matched teams. I guess just minimize their mistakes a little bit. But honestly, as we talked about, the defenders have some really heavy hitters sometimes. So there's sometimes you just got to tip your cap to them. They're going to get some points. And I think just each team take advantage of whichever rotation suits them better. Right, sometimes each team has a little bit of better rotations that they'll get caught in, and I think really whichever team maximizes their points in those will probably take game 1.
Yeah, I totally agree. If you're Heritage, I want to see you get Sydney Lenting involved more. She's your best player, the one who's gotten you the most kills throughout the tournament, and she's been a little quiet, and you still find yourselves up 3. So got to be happy if you're them. Look to get her involved more. Badger State, keep doing what's gotten you here, right? Playing solid defense, transitioning into your offense. You got good hitters. Number 9 from Badger State, that is Candace Sanders. She's got a good hit. So see if they can get her set up a little bit and transition that into some points for them.
Yeah, trust what got you there. Play your style. But yeah, like we said, both teams are playing well and covering pretty good. Nice.
Good save.
Wow.
And that is why
I think that was 21 of Badger State. Alyssa Palmer, the sophomore, completely lays out just to keep this point alive. This one's big if you're Badger State. A lot of momentum on this point.
Yeah, coming out of the timeout.
Nice kill. Skips right off the hands of number 1, the defenders. That's huge.
Haley Mills is up for the challenge. Good hit by her.
Yeah, everyone getting involved. Love to see it. Great overall team point there.
Jamie Palmer's back into serve for Badger State. Mistimed her jump a little bit. It was a good set. Heritage just mistimed their jump ever so slightly, and it cost them the point. Badger State's down 1.
Yeah, she jumped a little bit early there. Credit to the Badger State. See if they can use it, tie it up.
Good tip there.
Yeah, tied up at 18. No team really seems to have any sort of, obvious momentum one way or another. They're going on these 2 and 3-0 runs.
Yeah, great job by Badger State coming out of the timeout. Oh, I missed what happened on that play there. I thought Badger State.
Oh, so I guess they called it net?
Yeah, must have been, because it definitely went off Heritage out of bounds. So
sends a serve long. Always equals out, never lies.
Good eye there by the Badgers. I have had the opportunity to line judge a game or 2 before, and it is not an easy job when it is right on that line.
Got to stay really focused the whole game.
Yeah, that's a big part of it as well.
Although you're doing it for free.
Yeah,
there was some money behind it. You might look a little harder.
Definitely a fair point.
So, yeah, nice kill there from the defenders. Badgers looking for a substitution here. Again, I don't know if they've led much, if at all. They kind of get behind 2 and catch up, or even by 1, but obviously still anyone's game. High-level volleyball right now.
Yeah, I don't recall them leading at any point, but finding themselves down 2, like you said, they're right in it. And if you're Badger State with Sydney Lenting in the back row, this is where I want to see you guys take advantage. Good cover there. My goodness.
It's a sophomore, Alyssa Palmer. On the little bit I've seen from Badger State, she's played great in every single game I saw. So great news if you're a fan of them. You get her for a few more years.
Yeah, a lot of good young talent in this tournament that we've seen over the weekend. Who serve right on the line. Net battle.
Off the pole.
Heritage wins it to go up 2.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to overcome, right? Heritage is just taller. And that doesn't mean you can't. Obviously, it's a close game, but they're almost going to always have a slight edge, and you just have to be a little more crisp and on your game if you're the Badgers.
Ooh, good save. Oh, my goodness. Heritage.
Yeah, this is championship level volleyball right now.
It was close, but that's the right call. It was out. Great job by Heritage. The fact they came away with that point is very impressive.
All right, these next points are huge. Up 3 right now. Got to put them away if you're the defenders. Give yourself a chance here if you're Badger State. That just makes it over.
Ball of free balls. Yeah, Badger State, the point was lost on that free ball sent over. Too easy for Heritage. They're going to make you pay every time.
Defenders looking to close it out. Number 10 for the defenders.
Man, that's a good save.
Wow. So scrappy.
Great low serve by Heritage, but Badger State somehow finds a way.
Yeah, they keep it alive. They give themselves a chance. Number 13 to serve.
That hurts. Puts them down 24-20. Becca for Heritage is looking to put the game away. Ooh, net. Ooh, what's the call? The entire gym
was just waiting
went
for a call.
Silent.
I'm
Nobody
not sure.
knew what happened on that one.
I'm not sure if he knew what happened on that one. But the result is they do call it net. We can't see from here who they ended up calling it on.
I will say the dramatic pause was very real on that one.
It was.
He blew the whistle,
hey.
Waited about 5 seconds
That's
before
good.
he made the call.
I think it was the right call, and that was shaken. He just had to have his mind catch up with a little bit what he wanted to call.
It was just funny because nobody knew what really happened, so everybody was hanging.
So
the
25
was high.
Yeah, 25-21. Defenders take game 1. No worries. You're in great shape if you're the Badgers. You played well. Just came up a little bit short. There'll be a few-minute break. And we'll come back for game number 2. Again, defenders looking to close things out. We will see you back for game number 2 of this championship game. And welcome back, everyone, to game number 2 of this championship matchup. Again, the defenders took game number 1 from Badger State from a score 25-20. Both teams are looking good, though, in about a minute or so before we get underway, and we'll take this opportunity to tell you about a cool program we have if you find yourself in the Chicagoland area during this Christmas. So, Caleb, I'll hand it over to you. You can tell our viewers.
The real story of Christmas. Our church does not hire anyone, and with all church members puts on a massive production every single year. And last year it sold out very quickly. Tickets are on sale now. It is December 14th through 17th. And if you're looking for a fun way to go see the real story of Christmas and what it's actually all about, make sure you check it out. The website's on the screen there at qrchristmas.com. I know it's very popular. I think on TripAdvisor, it is the #1 event to do around Christmas time in the Chicagoland area.
That's how you know it's good.
So,
TripAdvisor, they don't lie, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They get real feedback. So if you find yourself in the Chicagoland area, the real story of Christmas, qrchristmas.com. Get your tickets. Again, all of the shows were sold out pretty soon, fastest they ever were last year. And I have the privilege of co-announcing with one of the star actors, Mr. Caleb Murray, to my right.
I would not go that far.
So,
yeah. It's always fun. Meanwhile, on my left, we have one of our spotlight-ticians, right? But yeah, it's always cool. Everybody in the church comes together and puts it on. Most important thing is the gospel is given at every performance. So thousands of people get to hear the gospel every single year, which is always very, very important and cool to see. But, John, it's game 2. Heritage took the first, but Badger State was right there. What do you want to see from them to take game 2 and get back in this?
I don't know if they have to do a whole lot different. They were right there. They just maybe didn't execute super crisp down the stretch. Again, it was super close the entire game, back and forth, and Heritage just played better for the last 5 points or so. So this should be another tight one here. You have to start early, I think, especially if you lost that first game. Sometimes it can just be a little bit negative mentally. So I think if you start well, as they do get the first point, I think you'll be totally fine. As our tournament director puts up the consolation winner, Oak Hill, currently. So shout out to them, and Arthur taking home 3rd, and right before this game, and Faith 4th right now. So only thing left to determine is #1 spot.
And like we've mentioned, there's been a lot of close games. Credit to even the teams who didn't place. I was very impressed with them. There were a lot of teams, a lot of games that I saw where teams were definitely supposed to win, and they ended up not winning by very much. So Heritage and Badger State definitely had to earn their way here.
They did. Even some of those quarterfinal games, I think, were a little more competitive than we've seen in years past. Shout out to Quentin Road, Pathway, Saline, Wildwood. Those were good teams that didn't lose by much, and you're seeing a tight game. So really, all of these teams could have hung with any of them, as it's 1-1 in game 2.
That is a nice set right there. That was #4, Ella, the sophomore. Nice little quick set. And I believe it was #9, Candace Sanders, with a good tip right on the line to get the point.
Yeah, she knew what to do with it. Right around the double blockers, found a weak spot.
There she goes, Sydney Lenting. One blocker is not enough if you're the Badgers. Ricochets right off of Candace's arms, deflects down, point for Heritage.
Yeah, they kind of thrive. They're a super energetic team. Heritage is, and they thrive off their big plays. And I saw it even in the semifinal match versus Arthur. They started off and just rattled them a little bit. They got 6, 7, 8 points in a row. And once they get it going, it's hard to stop. So if they get a powerful one, if you're Badger State, just got to let it go, play your game. As they have the early lead. #5, the libero in to serve. Ace right there.
Shout out to #13, Carmen Magdaleno. I believe that might be your father that is watching. He says, "Let's go Badger State." If you are watching, make sure to drop it or leave it in the comments where you're watching from. We're happy that you guys are watching, and you can be a part of the championship game here with us.
Couple unforced errors early from the defenders. Badger State up 5-2, playing their style of volleyball right now.
Free point for Heritage there, serving in the net by the Badgers. First time leading though, correct, John? I don't believe they led in that first game.
I don't think so.
Good try by the Badgers there. That's just a good serve.
It is. It's coming in quick.
We've talked about this, though. This is where the Badgers need to take advantage. Sydney Lenting is in the back row now. So if you can survive her serve, this would be a good time to put some pressure on the defenders. Next bump set to the outside there by the Badgers. Heritage setting up.
I'm telling you, they keep it alive better than anyone we've seen this tournament.
Yeah, you said the word scrappy. That is a perfect word to describe them. Very impressive.
Yeah,
look at them
they just don't they don't lose it, right? They don't beat themselves. You got to beat them. And there's probably 2 plays at least in that point, Caleb, that most teams would have just lost, right? But as we said, their scrappiness, their hustle, their ability to sacrifice their body, dive to the floor, they just keep it alive and they steal points, which is so deflating if you're the other team.
Yeah, the one-handed saves by them, I've been very impressed with that. Quick reflexes.
Smart. It's smart. Like I said, every game I've seen, Alyssa Palmer, the sophomore, has showed up.
Yeah, another shout out to Rebecca Nelson saying, "Let's go Badgers." We have another Badgers fan watching from Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Glad to have you guys here at the tournament. Looking to win first place. It's a good set to the outside. Can't take advantage. Heritage is down 5-7.
Yeah, they'll bring in server number 10, Cameron Zanstra, the junior. Number 18 will take a breather for the defenders. And again, it is just a best of 3, right? Badgers, if you're a Badger fan, you're used to them playing best of 5, I believe, in high school, Wisconsin rules. But down here in Illinois, it's just a best of 3. So got to win this one to stay alive.
Yeah, I'd love to see high school change it to best of 5 in the future, especially when you're playing teams that are like over an hour away. A best of 3 can
it's
go
so fast.
Really quick.
I agree. It's so fast.
And just like we are big advocates of the shot clock and high school rules.
Yeah. Oh, nice cross-court kill right there.
A couple rule changes that if we're ever on a committee someday.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, right, you probably play like double a season, right? If you play an extra game at least, sometimes 2 to every other team that's playing.
Yeah, no downside
in other
in
states,
my opinion.
so you're kind of fitting 2 seasons into 1. So a lot more experience, a lot more volleyball.
Well, let's see if they can get this one over. My goodness,
off
the ceiling.
Just off the ceiling.
Tough break for the Badgers, tied up at 7. Shout out to Abigail Schmidt saying, "Let's go Badgers." We have all Badger State in the comments right now, trying to will their team to victory.
Nice spot. Again, number 21, Alyssa Palmer, not showing her youth at all, stepping up huge. Number 12 is in for the libero, number 5. It's a tight one. So was game 1.
Yeah, it feels kind of like the last game just reversed. Badger State has stayed ahead the majority, actually I believe the entirety of this game. Staying ahead by 2 or 3 pretty much at all times. We'd love to see a game 3 in the championship here, John.
Yeah, we would. Both teams so even. Not a bad thing, more volleyball. Again, goes to 15 if needed on the last game. Good effort there, just out the outstretched arms of the defenders. And I believe one of their bigger, if not biggest leads so far in this championship match. See if they can keep it rolling on number 11 serve, Katie Smith, only a freshman. Good serve.
Free ball. Again, like we mentioned, you have Sydney Lenting in the back row right now, and Badger State's taking advantage.
Good effort.
Until now. Shout out to Megan Palmer at home saying, "Go Badgers." We have 2 girls with the last name Palmer on Badger State. So I think it's safe to assume that we might have mom watching her 2 daughters at home. Oh my goodness, again. a good block right there.
Yeah, ball was
Alyssa
tipped
Palmer
there.
got her hands on it, but it's a little too far for the Badgers to corral.
Number 1, the senior, for the defenders with their team down 1.
It's a good serve.
Good spot, but good cover by number 10.
Tight. Good save, though. That was Lily for Heritage. Good save by Badger State. Got a long volley going here.
Just tipped.
Yeah, that one was tough.
Yeah, it's hard. Caught in between. Not sure if it was going to sail long or not. A little bit of hesitation cost her there right off her fingertips. Tied up at 10.
Another comment from a Badger State fan, Shelly. Glad you're watching with us here in the championship game on ESN.
And that kill sent a little bit long. Badger State back up ahead.
Did Heritage lead at any point?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. It's been Badger State.
If you're Badger State, you want to get a few more. Don't let Heritage take that lead. They may never give it back. Good cover.
Wow.
Good hit
Just
right
hits
there.
the line. Yeah, nothing you can do if you're Badger State. You challenge them well in the net, made a great dig by, I believe that was a libero, number 5, and just catches the end line. Got to tip your cap there.
Yeah, Badger State sent 2 blockers on that one. Lily, the junior, said no problem. Went right over him, dropped it right on the back line. Low set.
Yeah, and that's where having the extra officials comes in handy. That guy on the far end is getting his work in.
Yeah, we've definitely gotten our money's worth having those extra 2 officials for the championship game.
Wow.
Wow, that
What a break.
is that luck, John, or is that skill? Call it now.
That's skill, man. You hit that top of the net every time. They'll never stop it.
Good deep serve.
Badger State covering well.
Good hit. Guess who's back in the front row, ladies and gentlemen? Sydney Lenting, putting her team on her back. She can taste that championship. She wants it back.
Yeah, lefty loves coming from that side. Again, if you're Badger State, it's okay. You got to give up some of those loud points. Badger State head coach Valerie Schultz remaining calm over there.
Got some more comments rolling in. We have our first person commenting in support of the Heritage Defenders. Glad you're with us. Also, Laura Schrock saying, let's go Badgers. Also, the Berean rooting for number 4 on Badger State. Glad to have you guys with us.
It's like a net. Ran into the net there. Point will go to Badger State. Up 3, about a little over halfway through this second game.
Yeah, comfortable 3-point lead for Badger State. Oh,
wow,
right over the net.
They saw it coming this time, though. I think they're going to say she ran into it again. I don't know who. So I think they may have got number 2.
Timeout for Heritage. Yeah, it'll be a timeout for Heritage. Hey, that's twice now, John. Hit the net, rolled over you, called skill, not luck. I think you're right.
Yeah.
4-point lead here for the Badgers, 16-12. We got a good game. Badger State's looking to take the second and force that pivotal game 3.
Yeah, it's been super high-level volleyball right now in the championship game. As we said earlier, I don't really think I don't know what their coaches are saying. I don't even know if you have to change anything if you're either team. They're both playing well. Last game, Heritage just executed a little bit better down the stretch, and right now the edge is to Badger State. They've also gotten a little bit of good fortune with a couple of those just skipped over the net there. But what are you looking for coming out of this timeout?
You mentioned it earlier about being in better rotations. Both teams definitely have a rotation that they tend to score more in. And right now, the pendulum was on Badger State, but now Heritage is back in that rotation that they seem to score better with. And so if you're Badger State, you gotta be very, very careful here. You're up 4, but that can change very quickly. And so I wanna see solid defense, that scrappiness from Badger State. And if you're Heritage, I wanna see those kills, right? Good passes, good sets, and it doesn't matter if Badger State sends 2 blockers, Heritage will be able to take care of them, no problem.
So number 4, Ella, the sophomore, looking to get her team going right out of that Heritage timeout. I think they'll get Badger State. I'm not sure what the call was there.
Net or double touch. Got a good shot of getting it right. You guess one of
yeah,
those 2.
Right. Hard to see what he called from this angle, but nevertheless, defenders get the point.
Serve.
Cut the lead down to 3.
Little roll shot
nice spot.
Right on the line.
Yeah.
Well done.
Oh, that was good.
Candace Sanders, the junior, playing smart volleyball right now. Puts her team up 4.
Yeah, had a little bit of nice lob arc right on that. Finds an empty spot on the court. Up 4.
Good topspin serve there from the libero for Badger State.
Yeah, nice kill there from number 1, senior of the defenders.
Off the hands of the blockers for Badger State. Jamie Palmer attempted the pancake move that we always root for.
Yeah, always got to go for it. Cool when you get it.
That is what we like to call a spike set.
Yes, the grab and
Jumps
chuck.
up, double hands, sets the ball downwards. You do not see that very often. Good play right there.
That was good. She hit her spot. Again, like you said, game's kind of reversed. Badger State been up 3 or 4 almost the whole contest here. They're looking to close it out and force a game 3.
Yeah, I like the coach of Badger State. That's Valerie. She was standing there right by her server, number 9, Candace Sanders, and she told her exactly where to serve that ball. So both teams are very well coached, obviously. That's why they're here right now.
Yeah, they are. It's funny, too. They kind of play off the personality of their coaches, as you see a lot of teams do as the sub comes in for Badger State. 20 for number 9. Again, as we said, Heritage maybe a little more loud. Get those big kill points. And their coaches definitely, you'll see a little more animated on the sideline. And Badger State, a little more cool, calm, and collected.
Absolutely.
And you see that from their team. They never worry. It doesn't matter what happens. They just regather after every point. So it's always fun to see the personality of the coach rub off on the team.
A little bit of a miscommunication there by Badger State. They sent 2 blockers, but they did not go up together. So they left a hole right between the 2 of them, and Heritage made them pay. Oh, right over the net. Both
Defenders
teams playing smart right now.
Yeah, defenders covering well. See if Badger State can stop this momentum here.
The Badgers really have the spike set down to a science.
Yeah, they're good at picking their spot.
If there's a term for that and you know what it is, please let me know.
Wow.
Wow.
They're caught in between. They both thought they were going to go for it. 3 defenders.
Man, the Heritage
Just looking at it.
The Heritage fans were very upset at the girls there. Miscommunication. Down 3.
Yeah, I think it's big if you're the Badgers. Not let them back in, maintain this lead here.
Ooh, get saved by the Badgers.
Got to keep momentum on your side. Another nice kill from number 1. She's been playing well all tournament long.
See if Heritage can use this free ball. Good tip. These volleys have been really long, John.
Yeah, they have. So much momentum seems to ride as the point goes longer. Nice
Good
kill.
hit.
Nice dig for number 3 of the defenders.
Man, this one's long. There's a lot of momentum hanging on this point.
A little bit long.
That point definitely kept Heritage in it. Becca, the senior, trying to help her team bring home the championship here. And it's a good serve. 19-18 in favor of the Badgers, and Coach Valerie wants to talk it over. My goodness, Heritage, little 3-0 run, puts the game within 1.
It's close. This is what you want, right?
All you could ask for right here.
Yeah. As we said it all tournament long, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what you do. It's 19-18, game 2 of the championship game. Obviously, defenders took game 1 in a really close one. They put a little bit of distance at the end right there. But right now, we'll take this time to, with our 30 seconds left, to promote Dayspring Bible College and just give a shout out to them as they put on this entire tournament. This is the 31st tournament, and so much work, Caleb, goes in. I don't even know how many people. 75, 100, 100 people make this tournament possible.
And it's always very well run. It's 2 gyms, 16 teams, and all these students at the Bible College, which is 10 minutes away from here, all work it. And they do concessions, they clean, they do score, they do tickets into the gym. So big shout out to them. I know both of us are graduates of Dayspring Bible College, and we couldn't be more thankful for them.
Yeah, and as you said, this tournament is super well run, from all the way down from the cleaning to the kitchen to how the brackets are made and everything around the building. It takes 100 or so people to pull it off. So shout out to everyone as Badger State responds out of that timeout.
Yeah, and if you're looking, or if you know of anyone who's looking for a really good Bible college where you get a chance to get thrown into the ministry and see what it's all about, I know we offer a working scholarship, which pays for 100% of your tuition if you work at the church here at Quinterell Baptist Church. Go to dbc.edu if you're interested or want any more information on that.
All right, see if Badger State can keep the momentum on their side and close this out, forcing game 3. Defenders want to end it here. Nice kill.
Lily Hawk, the junior. Every time they've needed a big point, she's been there.
Got Anna, their head coach, out of her chair trying to fire up her players. She loved everything about that last point.
Yeah, if you're the Badgers, you got to survive right now. Heritage is in their go-to rotation when they need points. So you got to limit the damage. Nice back set. My goodness. That is a championship play right there. Perfect back set. Sydney Lenting comes in from like 2 blocks away and just puts it away.
Yeah, you can see on the approach, right? Everyone knows in the gym it's coming. And that's hard. That's hard to defend. Got to close it out if you're a Badger here. Don't want to give up this lead. You played so well all game.
The first place trophy almost got taken out by that out-of-bounds hit by the Badgers. All done by the DBC students to protect it.
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me, but this is either the first lead or not much.
I believe it's the first lead for Heritage all game.
What a response. What a response.
The Badgers are not going away just yet.
No. Oh, both teams want it. They're both playing at such a high level right now. Badger State not letting giving up that lead get to them. They respond. Number 21, Alyssa Palmer. Been calling her name a lot, the sophomore.
There she is, Lily Hawk, the junior. She is fantastic at hitting around double blockers, John. I've seen it all tournament long.
Yeah, they're good as they'll get number 18, the junior Claire, back in the game. Hold down that front line for the defenders. Yeah, and Heritage is really good. They play 7. They're good 1 through 7. So nice tip over the blocker right there.
Really nice. Heritage sends 2 blockers.
Yeah, Badger State's deep as well. They definitely have a solid rotation coming in as the libero will take a break, and a lot of pressure, 22-22.
Good tip there by Heritage. It's a good block right there. It's number 18.
Got to use this free ball if you're Badger State here.
Nice hit. Watch out. Massive point here, John.
Wow.
Stuffed by Sydney Lenting at the net.
Oh.
Wow, Heritage is up one, 23-22.
Number 3, Lee Hawk, the junior, trying to close this one out.
Well, that's gone.
A little bit long, it is.
Wow.
Again, Heritage looking for back-to-back titles, and really since they've come into this tournament, again, it's been 31 years. I don't know how long they've been coming for. Probably less than 10. They've always placed really high, got a lot of championships, so always a competitive school. Again, Badger State looking to win their first ever Classic in their first year.
Yeah, they're looking to force a game 3.
So good.
And number 9, Candace Sanders. That was a fantastic tip.
That was. She's played well, probably one of the more offensive players, offensive-minded players, at least for the Badgers. Again, number 9. She's played well, and if you're the Badgers, I think you got to look to close things out with her in the front, Caleb. So 50 seconds until we get back underway. 24-23, game 2.
Yeah,
you couldn't ask for more than this.
It's a fantastic game. Badger State is up 1, which they scored 2 straight. They were down 23-22. Things were not looking good, but 2 great plays in the front row by them. It's anybody's game right now, John.
Yeah, what are we? Do we cap in same rules, 27?
I know in pool play they cap at 27. I don't know what it is for the championship. So
I think it's the same. I think maybe win by 2, cap at 27. Not sure if it gets close. We'll find out.
we will find out, right? As long as the players know. As long as the players know that we're good. But
yeah, shout out to the refs. Again, we've had 4 this game, but they've called a really clean game. There's nothing from our view that they've missed anything or anything we would disagree with. So that's hard to do in 2 full games of volleyball, and they've called it perfect up until this point.
Absolutely agree.
All right. Badgers looking to take their first game to send it to a game 3.
Oh, the spike
nice spike.
set.
Oh, good recovery from the defenders. They'll send the free
ball. You got to use this if you're the Badgers.
I think you got to end it here. They'll give it to their hard hitter. From her knees.
Yeah, right.
Number 11 keeps it alive. Nice little
Number
short set.
9. We're going to a game 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Badger State is fired up
you
right
called
there.
it, John. That's Candace Sanders.
Yeah,
3 huge kills at the end of the game to force a game 3.
She's
goodness.
good. She's probably their most offensively minded player. I didn't know who it was. I didn't catch who had it from Badger State, but had a really nice little jump short set there. I think threw the defenders off a little bit as they've been bringing a lot of pressure up towards the net as they are the bigger team, but I think just threw up their timing a little bit on that short set and a cross-court kill there, Caleb. That'll send us to a highly anticipated game number 3.
Yeah, right. The championship is up for grabs right now. The last 2 years, they've been quick, 2 games, but this is very, very different. We are going to our 3rd game, and I'm really excited. These are 2 really good teams. Like we mentioned, both deserve to be here, and you couldn't ask for anything more.
No, you can't, and I think we're going to get underway here soon. I'm not sure how much of a break there is. I think
yeah, we can take, while we're in between games, we can take this opportunity to talk about one of our sponsors, which is Ingrace. I know, John, you work for Ingrace. You are the head of response with them, and I know, actually just speak to a little bit about them.
So Ingrace, our TV and radio ministry, of our local church here at Quentin Road Bible Baptist Church. So you can find us on your local radio station, as well as on Trinity Broadcasting on 5:30 Central on Wednesdays across the country. Ingrace.us, a lot of great Christian resources if you're a church or an individual looking to grow or spread your faith in any way.
There's a rumor that you guys give out free tracts too. Is that correct?
Yeah, we love donations too, right? We got to keep it going, but we do.
But
gospel is first and foremost.
If you want tracts shipped anywhere in the U.S., he's your guy. So Ingrace.us.
All right, game number 3.
So we are fairly certain that this game is to 15. So for all of you watching at home, if you're wondering what is this game to, I don't actually know. It's game 3. What are we doing? The game should be to 15. So it'll be a quick one. And a lot of times in these game 3s, whoever gets the first point a lot of times we'll end up winning it. So we will see what happens here. It is anybody's game.
Yeah, Book and officials are just trying to get on the same page here, making sure everyone's in their right rotation. I'm looking in the program here. I do not see anything different that would say we'd cap anywhere else. So I believe, as it's been all tournament long, we will play to 15. Win by 2, but I guess I'm not exactly sure where the cap would be. I don't know if it extends all the way to 20, since it is a shorter game.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
And if it's close, we'll just find out, and we'll see when the ref gets off the stand.
Yeah, right.
So,
it's going to be a good one, though. Who you got? Who you got?
I don't know, man. It's so close. It's so close. I think I don't even know if one team has the edge. I think it's just which team probably makes less mistakes, can handle the pressure a little bit better, and takes advantage of their more star rotations. So
totally agree. There's been rotations that both teams have favored and taken advantage of, and for Badger State, it is that one right there.
Yeah, like you said, she's really mastered the
set spike.
She has, and she gets a kill there right off, tips off the net.
Candace Sanders in the front row has been fantastic for the Badgers.
That combination right there with the sophomore, number 4, Ella, they're good. They're a good 1-2 combo. Just a little bit wide.
Unforced errors, they'll kill you in big games like this. But guess who? Sydney, Lenting, and Lily Hawk are both in the front row for Heritage. So if you're the Badgers, you got to be really, really careful right here.
Yeah,
it's a battle of the best right now. Both teams got their star players in the front.
Oh, no, wins the front line there. Who is that? Number 12. The Badgers, Haley Mills, the senior, winning the net play on that one. Number 4, the sophomore, back to serve. Badgers with an early lead.
Yeah, whenever it goes to a game 3 like this, John, in a championship, you know that these are the 2 correct teams here. Sometimes in tournaments, it's hard to get like the seeding and everything down correctly. You don't want teams that are better to be in games they don't deserve to be, but these 2 teams definitely do.
Yeah, just off the outstretched arm there of the senior, number 11. Yeah, and it's hard, right? There's 16 teams. They're coming from all over, typically the Midwest. A lot of teams don't play each other. So that's why Friday there's a lot of pool play to try to make sure that we get it right for Saturday. But even then, teams can sneak in or fall out a certain way, and we've seen a team maybe upset in a quarters or a semi, which has led to a less competitive game down the road. But again, not this tournament. So both teams very deserving to be here. Again, Badger State, that first game they lost in this championship was the first loss they've seen Friday or Saturday. So they're accustomed to winning, which they did in game 2, and early lead here.
So scrappy. Ooh, nice little lefty tip there by Heritage. They're down 4-1. They need this one. Good up. That was around.
Yep, so that was around the pole.
That was definitely around the pole.
Good call.
Great call by our line judge here in the corner.
Yeah, and it seems too, I don't know if it's just coaching adjustment. I'm sure it is for Badger State, especially in that front line with number 9, their big power hitter, Candace Sanders. They've been giving her a lot of quick, different angles and a lot of short sets. So I don't know if that's throwing off the timing of the defenders, as they are typically longer in the front.
Much needed hit right there from Heritage. Puts them down 5-2. We have Claire, the junior, subbing in.
Yeah, everybody's got their popcorn. Both fan bases are trying to fire up their respective teams here. Both teams so deserving.
Oh, good save by Heritage. Wow, chucked that thing way over there.
Yeah, moving it all around the court here. Big, oh, they brought 2. They got a hand on it. It just comes off with such force. Sends it right into the Badger State bench.
Yeah, I've been impressed with her, Sydney Lenting, on her outside hitting. Not a ton of room to work with, a tough angle, but she's made it work so far this tournament. Miscommunication from Heritage there. Those ones
6-3, the libero end. Number 5 from Badger State, Jamie Palmer, senior. trying to lead her team to victory here with the 3-point lead.
Oh,
nice block.
Massive
We said
play
it
right there.
Some of the two big names we've been calling off just met right there.
Wow. Candace Sanders says Sydney Lenting, no way, not in my house.
And then followed up by an ace.
Yeah, it's definitely good timeout right there by the head coach of Heritage, Anna. Man, 6-3 lead from the Badgers.
Eight. I think the scoreboard's a little bit behind here.
Okay.
It's zeroed out on our end, but we should have it right. It looks like on the stream, yeah. Okay. Looks like we have it right on the stream, so I believe it is 8-3 right now. Caleb, all Badger State in this final game 3.
Yeah, John, I just want to take this chance while we're in a timeout to give a quick shout out to all of our people who have put in a lot of hours of their own time to make sure that you guys at home have been able to watch all of these games, watch your kids, relatives play in these big games. I know some names. Once you start, it's dangerous, but Grant Murray, Jim Christensen, Jace Harriman, obviously you, very instrumental in putting these streams together, and I feel like they've been enjoyable for the most part.
Yeah, it's fun to do. It's fun to be a part of. We love to provide coverage for friends and family that can't make it or for teams traveling. And like we said, it takes a ton of people to put off the whole tournament, but not just the whole tournament, every single game. And there's 4 games going on at once, from the scoreboard to the book to people cleaning, running short orders, concessions, and as you mentioned, all the people in the live stream. So we're back underway, 8-3 here. The defenders need to get on a rhythm here.
Wow.
Rattled a little bit.
If you're Heritage, that's what you want.
Yeah.
You had a good pass, you had a good set, and man, she just missed it. 9-3 Badgers.
Badger State just doing what they have done all tournament long. So solid. Coach makes adjustments after game 1, and it's really been, they've been the driver for these final 2 games so far. Strong net presence there by number 18, the defenders. Forces one to go into the net. They need that.
John, one of the better players for Badger State, Candace Sanders, who said her name a lot. Someone in the comments has put the name Candy Slam down. I don't know if that is a nickname of hers.
Candy Slam. It fits.
Worth noting for sure.
I like it. Right on cue. No.
Oh my goodness.
They met again. Wow. They met again. Round 2 will go to Sydney Lenting there, as it was hard as Candy Slammer, as they call her, had to cover a lot of ground on that one.
Slammed that one into the ground. I don't think I've ever seen a spike or come off of a block that fast.
Badger State is in a danger zone over there if that comes off. The bench is getting hit hard by a few of these.
Oh boy, here come the defenders. That's 3 straight points for them.
Yeah,
and a timeout.
Oh
called.
Man.
Coach Valerie for Badger State. This game has gone the distance, John.
It has. 6-9 again. Badger State. No need to freak out. You've played so well. You played so well all tournament. Again, only lost that 1 game in the championship, and I believe it was 9-3. And the defenders on a little bit of run. So just a great timeout to calm your players down and close this out.
Yeah, I like the timeout. Definitely try and stop the bleeding early, but. Yeah, like we've said, it is anyone's game at this point. Could possibly be having some technical difficulties on the stream. If so, I apologize. It should be back now, but.
No, we got our best guy, Grant Murray, on the production. Looks at his brother and says, I got it. No technical difficulties here.
My fault, completely under control, never doubted him.
So yeah, it'll be interesting too, again, as we call her Candace Sanders, the junior. I think one more rotation and she will be in the back off the arms there of the libero.
Huge A's there from Heritage.
All the momentum. So Badger State is probably, as we said, they kind of had a more favorable rotation earlier. They appear to be in a little bit, one more that they're struggling with a little more.
Man.
Just a little long. Wow, 5-0 run.
Yeah, this is big time stuff right here from Heritage. This game may never end, John.
Right, can we go? Can we do another? Big miss serve there. Swing momentum back in the way of Badger State.
Yeah, that hurts. 5 in a row for Heritage.
All right, so they'll send a little. Candace Sanders will be back in the back line there.
Candy Slam to serve.
So she'll be in there for probably the remainder of this game.
You cannot get closer to the ceiling than number 1 from Heritage just did. Wow, good hit.
Badgers ready for that one. Nice tip. I think they're going to call a double hit. They are going to get her for a double hit there. So again, this will be interesting.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Not doubting the ref on that one. There's 4 of them. I'm sure they got it right, but
as both of the strongest hitters for both teams are going to be sent to the back rows here to probably final couple points here of this match.
Who's going to step up?
Number 1 for the defenders.
The
Good.
Senior.
Oh, yeah, she has. She's done well all tournament long with her kills.
Love to see it. A senior, Becca Vandermolen, putting her team on her back, saying, let's bring this first place trophy home. 10-10,
yeah,
game
she's
3.
Played well all tournament, opposite side, so Heritage brings firepower from each direction.
Wow.
Oh, 9-3 Badger State lead has been completely erased. 11-10, all the momentum. See if they can shake it off.
Yeah, if Heritage gets this point, I'm calling a timeout by the Badgers here.
Yeah, I think they haven't. Obviously, they haven't faced a ton of adversity all tournament long, having been undefeated up until this championship.
Yeah, that first game is the first time they've lost, so. Oh, denied at the net.
It's 18, Claire, the junior. As we said, they're just bigger up front.
Did I call a timeout? Or did I call a timeout?
Yeah, I got to use them. 3 points left.
It's a good call.
Oh, they're fired up. Heritage, the fans, their coach, their bench, everybody, they can taste it. Up 2. What a swing.
Yeah, right. That is a 9-1 run by the defenders right there. That is championship stuff. You love to see it. Wow.
What happened? What happened there if you're a Badgers fan?
I have no idea, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Yeah, they're just so even.
Yeah, both these teams are very well coached. They're playing solid. It's not like the Badgers have really collapsed. I just think that Heritage has picked up their play. A lot more kills. Some unfortunate tips out of bounds off the blockers from the Badgers. Man.
Yeah.
12-10,
That's going to be close.
Game.
There it is. You see it live. 15 seconds left until we regather here. 12-10. Each team winning 1 game thus far. 3 more points for the defenders, and they will be back-to-back Dayspring Volleyball Classic champions.
John, correct me if I'm wrong on this. I have never seen a championship match this close and this
No,
deep.
it's heated.
This has been fantastic.
You feel like you got to have this one if you're Badger State.
You can hear a pin drop in the room during that serve. Oh, that is a free ball right there.
Heritage can put them away here.
Number 1, Becca
Vandermolen.
The senior.
Oh,
she's huge plays down the stretch here, 13-10.
And that's where probably the defenders have a slight edge, is even on certain rotations, they have firepower. They can hit you from either side.
Yeah, right now, Candy Slam's in the back row. Somebody's got to step up for the Badgers. Good set. Here she goes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right through the hands there. Number 21, Alyssa Palmer, the sophomore. The defenders can taste it.
That's 3. 3 huge plays by Becca, the senior. It was 10-10. And she's gotten 3 of the 4 points for her team to put them up 14-10. They're on the verge of a championship. Could be it, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is.
Word.
Puts the team on her back down the stretch. 15-10. The defenders are your Dayspring Volleyball Classic champions. They win the 31st annual for back-to-back times. I think it's 3 and 4. years, so they're the team to beat. They have a lot of youth. They'll come back next year strong, Caleb, but you got to tip your caps to Badger State. Played a great tournament, came up a little bit short, but I mean, you can't be disappointed if you're on that team over there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're them, you know, who knows if they even knew the format coming in. It's their first time ever coming to the tournament. They show up, there's 16 teams. There's a lot of good teams that were here. We talked about it. 1 through 16, there was tons of good games. They had to earn their way to get here, so take nothing away from them getting second place on their first ever appearance.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll probably step aside for a moment as they'll bring out the trophies here, as well as all tournament and MVP. So we'll probably step aside for a moment here, and we'll come back to you for the trophy presentation, so those of you watching at home can see who takes home the hardware.
Also the all tournament. And there it is, John, your list of your top 4 teams here at the Dayspring Volleyball Classic. Just to recap, Faith came in 4th place here at the tournament. Arthur came in 3rd. Badger State, as you just saw, came in 2nd. And Heritage, for the 2nd year in a row, takes home 1st place.
Yep, and shout out to Oak Hill, taking home the consolation winner as well. And now as tradition is, the coach or player, whoever they select, will climb the ladder. And
oh, look at that!
And we
camera
do get some
coverage.
We do get some right there, and we'll put it. It's always the argument: do you put it on straight or on a little bit of a sideways? She goes for the clean
cut look.
Yep, to match the rest of the bracket. As the coach, they give the coach the honors right there.
Yeah, I like that camera coverage right there on the bracket. Shout out to our guys, Casey Vincent on the camera. We had Josh Tamayo on the score.
In the 2023 Daystrom Volleyball Classic, alternate team as voted by the coaches.
We will recap.
Sixth place in voting was
Sayla Wheeler from Arthur, making the all-tournament team. We'll recap it just in case you can't hear it.
Yeah, sometimes they head home, so not sure. Oh,
we have a representative.
Right.
I don't think that's Sayla Wheeler.
So number 4 from Badger State.
Ella Caviana.
Sophomore there.
That's impressive as a sophomore.
Natasha Gable from your very own Quentin Road Christian School Eagles. Last tournament for Natasha, played great.
In third place, Addison Irwin from Arthur.
Addison, I believe it was Irwin?
Addison Irwin from Arthur.
Arthur.
Congrats to them, 2 all-tournament players.
Second place in voting was Sydney Lenting from
Sydney Lenting from Heritage, the winning team, comes in second place in the all-tournament voting.
Great tournament for her. And
the MVP of the Daystrom Volleyball Classic from St.
Olivia Boyd.
Olivia Boyd will take home. So if you're watching Olivia, oh, there she is. She's still in the gym. Saline did stick around, at least some of them. She will take home the MVP. And she's no stranger to this tournament. We've been watching her play at a high level for quite some time.
Yeah, it'll be sad to see her go if you're a Celine fan. I believe she's made the all-tournament team the past couple years. But yeah, it's been a great tournament. I think we are going to sign off here on ESN. It has been a fantastic tournament. Thank you for tuning in. On behalf of John Christensen and myself, it has been a lot of fun, and we will see you next year.
Yeah, we'll see you next year for the 32nd annual Dayspring Volleyball Classic.
Have a good night.